Hello and welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Keelan. I'm a Kripalu trained yoga and mindfulness instructor. And today we're going to focus on just keeping the energy really calm, really mellow. We've had like construction going on in our house, and I literally finished vacuuming and putting this room together like 15 minutes before this class. And so I'm ready to everything's been pulled apart and crazy and awesome because it's like great energy and things are getting done, which is also sort of like this height of summer energy of like there's so many amazing things happening. And how do we maintain our calm and center amidst all of that? So as always, if anything I'm inviting you to do on your mat tonight doesn't feel in alignment with your body, please, please, please follow your intuition, your inner guidance, and listen to the needs of your body, because you're going to know your body so much better than I'm ever going to. I am choosing to sit on a prop. So anything that's going to help you get super cozy, settle into the seated posture, because we're going to be here for a little bit longer today than normal with a few different breathwork exercises. So make sure you're really cozy, that I'm using a yoga block under the hips, like this one here. And that just helps to like actually stack bone on bone. So the muscles of the front and back body don't have to work so hard to maintain this posture and alignment in the spine. And then to start us off, we're just going to do 3 donkey breaths. Big deep breath into the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Just let it go. All the outer stuff right now, we're going to shed it and let it go. Breathing in deep. Shake the head a little bit if you want. One more big breath here. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. See if you can really soften the shoulders on that next exhale. Bring the hands to the thighs and begin to circle the torso like you're stirring the honey pot here. So chest opens as you come forward, shoulders round as you go back. And it's almost more like not so much the emphasis on moving the shoulders as much as it is about like creating this gyrating, maybe that's not the word I wanted, but circular motion in hips, that pelvis area, really tilting the pelvis forward and back. All right, reverse going in the opposite direction here. As you begin going in the opposite direction, allow each circle to be a little bit smaller than the one before. This idea here that you're circling around our center at all time, that center being our calm in the chaos. That calm that we can always come back to when we find that point of center is our starting point, our gauge. And that's where we want to start this practice from. One more big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, soften the shoulders, bring the hands palm up here, this gesture of receiving. But if you're actually finding that you want to calm, it might be easier if you flip the hands down. So you're actually more closed off to the energy around you with the palms down here. And then breathe deep in through the nose. Allow the eyes to soften or close here. Breathing deep. Trusting that everything is as it should be. Whatever blips come up in the journey, it is all good. We are on this together. Support of all our brothers and sisters on this planet. We have all the resources, tools, support, and love we need to succeed. And with that, can settle on into that space of trust, that space of calm, observing, no need to control, just be in the midst of it in your center. Breathing deep here, in through the nose, out through the nose, beginning to elongate that exhale. until it is twice as long as the inhale. Making sure that you're really stepping into this state of calm, of rest and relaxation and digestion. This place of calm, you can digest what is happening around you. A non-responsive place, processing can happen. Breathing deep here. Settling into that place of calm. What does that feel like in your body? Where does your calm live in your body? The head or the heart? Maybe somewhere else for you. But if you were to tap back into this feeling, what would you need to remember to get back here? Identifying that and holding on to it, letting it be your guidepost. The next time things are a little wonky, a little askew, maybe just straight up bananas. These are the tools we build and cultivate. All right, one more big breath in here through the nose. Exhale to allow the eyelids to flutter back open. We're going to do a little Nadi Shodhana breathing, alternate nostril breathing. So this is a great time to blow the nose out. If you have any sinus stuff, this is not an awesome breath. Just go back to that inhale through the nose and exhale back out the nose. It's twice as long as the inhale. But for the rest of us, picking up the right hand, and I'm not mirroring you right now, pick up the right hand, okay? And you're going to bring in your pointer finger and your ring finger. So you have your thumb, I'm sorry, your pointer finger and your middle finger. So you have your thumb, your ring, and your pinky up. All right. And so what we're going to do here is on your next inhale, you're going to cover up the right nostril. I'm saying covering up, not swoosh. So just cover up the very end here. Breathe in through the left side. Pause, switch and cover up that left nostril with the right ring finger and exhale out the right side of the nose. Inhale, back up the right side. Pause, cover up that right nostril now and exhale. Continuing this inhale on the left. Pause, switch sides, exhale at the right. Inhale up the right. Pause, exhale out the left. Continuing this inhale up the left. Or up the right. Pause, exhale out the left. Inhale up the left. Pause, exhale out the right. One more time. Inhale up the right. Pause, exhale out the left. Soften the eyes, bring a hand to the belly, a hand to the heart, and just check in. See what those breaths offered you as a gift. Breathing deep here. Do you feel calmer now, more centered, more stable? Allow the eyelids to flutter back open, returning back to the space around you. Inhale to bring the arms out side to side, scooping up some of that calm from the ethos and cosmos. And exhale to slide it down to the heart center, chin to chest. Inhale to scoop up some of that abundance of calm energy around you, right for the taking. Exhale to bring it down to heart center, chin to chest. Continuing this breath with your own timing. Following your own divine guidance. Mm. The next time you inhale, bring that chin back up. Bring one palm to the earth and inhale to lift the other hand up and over, coming into a side stretch. Now, you can choose to find some movement, linking it to the inhale and exhale, both through the nose. Or I invite you to really settle in here, breathing deep. Mm. Inhale to come all the way back through to center. Exhale to the other side. Oh, remembering that this is a safe space for sighs, moans, groans. Just find your side stretch today. A hand could always be on the hip here, could always come farther down to the earth. It's your side stretch. The focus being an opening from the hip all the way up towards the armpit. Sometimes it's just as much as a little tweak of the spine, the gaze lifted. Find that sweet spot. Inhale brings you all the way through to center. If you are sitting on any sort of block, move that on out of the way. Bring the soles of the feet flat on the earth in front of you. Hands come to the back of the thighs and really inhale, lift and extend tall through the crown of the head here. Then inhale, reach all the way out in front of you. Bring the knees to the earth in the direction you're reaching. And then exhale, hand finds the earth and come all the way down to the ground to settle into this side twist here. Breathing deep. Inhale in through the nose and out through the nose. Softly surrendering to this twist. Settling into that trust, that place of calm centeredness, where you're not reactive, you're not triggered, you just are. Inhale to press into those hands, returning back to center here, finding that length and extension through the crown once again. And then reaching out with the other arm across the body, knees come down to the earth, and exhale. Settle in here. Identify any areas in the body where you're holding tension and release. Breathing deep here. Asking yourself what needs to soften so that you can relax. Inhale, pressing into those hands, coming all the way back up to center and then rolling forward onto hands and knees. A little adjustment here. All right. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. If you have any sensitivity in the wrists, you can make fists with the palms and place them under the shoulders. Then tuck that belly button up and in here, connecting to that fire in the belly, that core. Breathing deep into that here. And then when you're ready, inhale, drop the belly, open the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, tucking the chin into chest. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. Doing 3 more of these, following your own timing, your own breath, setting a pace that induces that state of calm and relaxation and release. On the next inhale, return to a nice flat back here. And then extending the right leg straight out, back and behind. And then we're going to bend that knee, pull it through, bringing the right knee by the right hand, right foot by the left thigh. So we're preparing to come into pigeon. If this is not available to you, then you can roll on to the back and do that figure 4 pose. All right, so slide that left leg back, knowing that the farther that left leg back goes, the deeper you're going to go into this stretch, okay? Pull that right hip back into the socket. Left hip comes forward in its socket. Inhale, press into the palms, open the heart, soften the shoulders, lift the gaze and breathe. Big deep breath into the nose here. Exhale to melt it down to resting pigeon. We're going to pause, like a solid pause here. So just settle on in. Forehead could come to the earth, a block, a pillow. You could stack arms on top of each other or fist on fist. Just make sure you find that solid grounding connection here. Keep that connection to the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. If you want to really double up here, you can imagine that nodi shavasana breathing while you're in this pose. So imagine the breath going up the left nostril and exhale out the right. Inhale out the right and exhale out the left. Always starting and ending with the left nostril, even when it's a meditative act in a pose. One more breath cycle here. Or taking an extra one if you need to, if you're working with that nadi shodhana breath. And then inhale, begin to rise up tall, coming back to the tops of those fingertips. Palms come all the way to the earth. Slide that back leg up. Unravel the right leg, returning back to that tabletop position here. Then bump the hips to the left, look over the shoulders at the left. Bump the hips to the right, look over the shoulders at the right. Do this a couple of times, side to side here. Inhale, come back to that tabletop pose here. Nice, strong, flat back. Inhale, extend the left leg straight out, back and behind. Exhale, bend that knee, bringing the left knee by the right hand, left foot by right thigh, and begin to slide back that right leg as far as you want to. Pull that right hip back, the right hip forward, left hip back. Had to just think for a moment there. You ever get that? And then inhale to rise up onto the fingertips. Breathing deep here. Then using the next exhale to make your way down towards the earth, pausing to set yourself up to be successful if that means grabbing a prop or stacking arms or fists. And breathe. Soften that forehead down, find that grounded connection. Pulling up that grounding energy from Mother Earth beneath you. Inhale to begin to rise back up. And then exhale, bring those palms firmly to the earth, unravel those legs, and just do a couple of hip circles here. And then reverse, going in the opposite direction. Oh, if you find a spot that like sticky, it's talking to you, just rock back and forth a few times in that spot. Oh, coming back to center here. This time lift the right leg out to the side. We're just going to make some hip circles here by circling that knee. So you can bring those hands back into fists under the shoulders here, realigning, making sure, oh, everything feels good. They could be big circles, small circles. Reverse the direction, going in the other way. Oh, bring that knee down to the earth, and we're going to come up on the other side now. Keeping that center and balance here. Strong in the core, active and engaged. Knowing that there can be a strength, a fire to your calm, right? Reverse, going in the opposite way with those circles. And then bringing that knee down to the earth, knees together, toes together, or knees the width edge of the mat, toes touching. And then melt the hips back and down, extend those arms straight out in front of you, melt the forehead down towards the earth, and pause here in Shavasana, or Shavasana, child's pose. Oh, and take 4 deep breath cycles. Rock the forehead gently from side to side here, massaging the brow line. Taking 2 more deep breaths in through the nose, and then nice and slow back out through the nose on the exhale. Then inhale to rise back up to tabletop. And then you're going to turn to face the long edge of your mat. And then extend one leg out to the side and rise up tall. So really pressing into the knife edge of that foot, that extended leg. So when I say the knife edge, it means like this very corner edge here. Inhale to rise up. Keep the knee like right where it would be, even if you were like standing up tall, like this nice open line of energy here. And then lifting and extending tall through the crown of the head, as if you're trying to get as tall as possible while in this stance. Shoulders back and down. Inhale, hands to heart center. So in the aims of staying nice and calm, sometimes less is more for that. This is option A. You can stay here, chill here, jazz here. This could be your sweet spot right now. But if you'd like to add on a little more, you can slide that same arm down the leg and inhale. Open up the opposite hand towards the sky. Gaze up, shoulders softened, and breathe. Pausing for 4 breaths, settling in here. Inhale to come back to center here. And once again, you can just stay here. You can be here. Build strength to stay in one position for an extended period of time. Or you can bring that Hand to the ground now, stack it under the shoulder, and then the other arm extends out and over the ear. So it's a nice line of energy from the fingertips all the way down to the knife edge of that foot, and breathe. What can you keep soft here? Gaze could be straight ahead or up towards the sky. What lesson is there to learn? Exhale, bring that hand back down towards the earth. Pivot on that back knee, returning back to tabletop here. Walk your hands towards the front edge of the mat and melt your heart space down towards the earth. Softening once again for 4 breaths here in puppy pose. Really letting each exhale be a release of something that's keeping you from that calm center at your core. Breathing in calm with the inhale. Releasing all that is not calm on the exhale. Inhale to slide the hands back under the shoulders, pressing back up to tabletop pose here. Once again, turning to face the long edge of the mat, this time extending the opposite leg out into the side. Setting that knee up underneath you, so it's that right under the hip bone here. Stacking bone on bone, always the least amount of work for you. And then inhale, activate that core, lift and rise up. And this could always be a place as you're lifting up, like using a chair in front of you to help get all the way up. Always an option. All right, pressing into the knife edge of that foot, feeling the muscles of the abdomen engaged and active here. Bringing the hands to heart center on an inhale and an exhale to soften the shoulders down. Option A. Option B, slide that arm down the leg. Inhale, reach up and over to the side here, opening up that side body and pulling that shoulder back to radiate your heart out into the world. Imagining you are that calmest version of self. Let the whole world see it. Breathing in. Exhaling nice and slow back out the nose. Inhale to come all the way back through to center, hands to heart, pausing here for a breath cycle. And then big breath in, other hand, well, option A or other hand to the earth. And then inhale that arm forward to bring it out and over the ear. If your wrists are getting sensitive, you can always come to that fist stacked under shoulder. Breathing deep. Choosing where you want the gaze. Feeling strong and powerful, yet soft, composed together. That is calm. Breathing deep. One more breath cycle here. Inhale to rise all the way back through to center, using all of that strength and energy to then come forward, rolling back onto the knees, tabletop pose. Tuck that belly button up and in, extend from the tip of the tailbone all the way through the crown of the head. Inhale the left hand to the sky. Exhale, dive that arm under the other. Oh, bringing that shoulder all the way to the earth, hips to the sky. Right hand can stay as it is or extend straight out in front of you on the mat. And pause. Surrender to this posture for 4 breaths. What is ready to be revealed in the calmness of your observation? Hmm. Inhale, slide that right hand back under the shoulder if it was extended out, pressing back up to tabletop. And then right to the other side. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Exhale, thread that needle, dive it under and through, bringing that right shoulder to the earth. Left hand can stay where it is or extend forward. Breathing deep, hips up and over the knees. Three more breaths here. Once again, asking yourself the question of what is ready to be seen with your calm observational skills. Inhale to really press into that palm, coming back to tabletop. This time, toes together, knee width distance of the mat. Melt the hips back and down. Surrender to extended child's pose here. 4 more breaths. Inhale to slowly rise on up here to a seated position, really hinging up from the hips, letting the abdomen guide you. Knees together here, soles of the feet together here, sitting up nice and tall, extending through the crown. So the abdomen is engaged here, strong, zipped up through the core, extending tall all the way through the crown of the head. Big breath in through the nose, feeling the chest lift and rise. Exhale to soften the shoulders down the back body here. Inhale to extend the arms straight out in front of you. Exhale to rotate palms out, swim the hands back and behind, interlace the fingers, but put the thumb on top that feels like a little bit awkward, all right? And then extend those hands back and down, opening up that heart space, gaze lifted, and breathe. Let that heart space radiate out. Oh, I'm getting real like Care Bear vibes here right now, except theirs is the belly. We're all just like little yogi Care Bears. I love this. Letting our love, our calm spread out into the world. And then on an exhale, hinging forward from the hips, melting the torso over the thighs. Forehead comes to the mat, arms extend and lift out overhead. Always an option here to bring the forehead to a block or another prop, making sure you find that grounded connection with the third eye, which is the space in the brow line, right about here. It's the sweet spot right there. Want that to feel connected and grounded. Once again, pausing for 4 breaths. Inhale to slowly rise back up, engaging those core muscles here to lift you with integrity back up. And once you've made it all the way back up, then releasing the hands, letting them float back to the thighs, and breathe. Bring a hand to the belly, a hand to the heart. What is it that you're feeling in this moment? Have you found the embers of your flame of calm? Have you stoked that fire? Is it burning bright and powerful in you? Inhale to allow the eyes to flutter back open. Bring the hands to the earth. Hips come to one side and then pivot the feet in front of you. Soles of the feet touching here. All right. Oh man, my feet are real dirty. I've been outside a lot recently in flip-flops. Okay, massage the feet. Dirty or not, they deserve your love. Oh, starting with the tips of each toe, giving them a little squeeze, a little rub, and working your way down the toes to where the toes meet the foot, massaging down towards the heels, the arches of the feet, the tops of the feet. Oh, if you find a spot that like you're like, oof, give it a little extra love, right? We all need a little extra love when we're feeling oof. Extend that to yourself now. Soften into that calm, relaxed, receptive state. Beautiful. Interlace those fingers and wrap them around the toes, or bring the hands to rest on somewhere comfortably on the shins. Inhale, bring those legs up as far as they want to go. Exhale, bring those legs down as far as they want to go, lifting, extending tall through the crown of the head, shoulders soft, and breathe. You've got this. Taking another big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, melt the heart forward, elbows go out side to side, head can hang here. Feel those hips opening, breathing deep into them. Each exhale, seeing if you can surrender just a little bit farther into this forward fold, a little farther into this place of relaxation, rejuvenation, appreciation. Inhale to lift and rise, returning to that nice flat back, all the way back up to that seated position. And then extend one leg out to the side, other foot presses into that thigh, and then sort of lift into the hands so you can re-pivot the hips to face that activated foot. Ooh, look, you can see how dirty my feet are. Ooh, okay. A lot of garden work. Inhale to lift and extend tall through the crown of the head. Exhale to soften those shoulders. Inhale to lift and rise the arms up, extending tall. And exhale, melt the torso over that leg. First, to keep a nice flat back. So only going as far as you can reach while maintaining that length tall through the crown of the head while the shoulders stay softened and down this back body. Big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, now round those shoulders. Allow yourself to reach those toes. Bend the knee if you need to. Ain't no shame in this game, just the need of your body in this moment and you choosing to respond and honor that need. So much easier in that place of calm to assess what the need actually is. What is the right course of action for this exact moment? Breathe deep into that right course of action. Inhale to slowly rise on up. Same ditty, other side. Extend the other leg out to the side. Press that foot into that leg. Vote out. Equally dirty foot on this side, I do believe. All right, re-pivot those hips. You can sort of either just shift the hips or press into those hands and twist the torso just a little bit that way to help with that. Inhale to find that length, head over heart, heart over center. Inhale to bring those arms up overhead. Exhale to melt over that leg first, keeping that nice flat back. Breathing deep. Beautiful. One more big breath in. Exhale, round the spine, reach for those toes, bend the knee if you want to, need to, wish to. Just because you can reach the toes without bending the knee doesn't mean it's not just like ooey gooey, just the right thing sometimes to bend the knee and try it out a different way. Inhale to slowly rise back on up here. And this time bring both feet flat on the earth. Hug the knees. Bring the forehead to the knees. Come to your own little love cave. Take like a little, just a break. Go inward. Let everything else fade away. Allow yourself this experience that is uniquely your own in this moment. Breathe into it. Inhale to come back to the space. Rise back up to a seated position. Scoot your tush so you're in the middle of your mat. Hands can come to the back of the thighs as you exhale to slowly melt all the way down to the mat here. Oh, beautiful. We're going to come to a wall. We're going to do legs up the wall. So to do this, you're going to want to come in sideways, right? And from here, from this sweet spot, you're going to then pivot and turn. And it's going to get your butt so close to the wall. And the closer your butt to the wall is, the deeper this stretches. So palms can come out either side of the body in a V shape. You could bring a hand to the belly, a hand to the heart, or you could come into cactus arms here to open up and stretch that shoulder space. You choose, yogi's choice here. We're going to rock this out for a few minutes here. Take a couple of minutes to settle in, to find your wall. If you find that you try the twist and you've still got like a few inches, like 5 inches from you in the wall, just redo, try again. Just be like, oh, I get to do that again and it's fun. Keeping that strong connection in through the nose, out through the nose. That option to layer on that Nadi showed in a breath with the imagery of imagining that inhale going up the left nostril, pausing, and then exhale to have it come out the right. Inhale back up the right, pausing, exhale out the left. Inhale up the left, Pause. Exhale out the right. Inhale up the right. Pause. Exhale out the left. Continuing with that imagery if you want, or settling into some silence. Inhale to begin to wiggle the fingers and toes here. Slide those legs on down or keep them there. If you're super digging it, there's no reason to rush back to the mat. If that's not what would feel good to you. But for those that would like to, bringing yourself back onto the mat, finding the center of it. And inhale to hug the knees into chest, gently rock side to side. Massaging the back and low back. Side body if you really get off to one side or the other. The next time you find yourself exhaling, bring the knees all the way down to the earth on one side of the body. Open up the arm that's shoulder height side to side. And exhale to turn the head and look in the opposite direction of the knees. Eyes can soften or close here. Once again, releasing anything that isn't furthering your journey towards that calm state of being. Inhale to bring knees to center, gaze to center. And exhale to come to the other side. Turning the head. Arms can stay as they are. Inhale to bring gaze together, knees to center. And exhale to extend straight out. Inhale to extend the arms up overhead and just get a nice big stretch up, up, up from fingertips all the way down to the tips of the toes. Stretch. And exhale. Soften everything. Pausing here for a breath cycle. And once again, inhale. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale to soften. And then if there's any other movements that would feel good to you, any final stretches, anything that's going to make your practice, now's your opportunity. It could be a traditional yoga pose. It could just be something that's a wiggle or squirm that just feels good to you. And then when you're ready, making your way towards your Shavasana, taking the time to feel ultra cozy here, like to the nines. It's worth it. I'm going to put a blanket underneath me. Just a little extra cushion for the spine. And then coming into your Shavasana. Palms rotated up on either side of the body. This gesture of receiving, integrating the digestion phase of your practice, where your body takes in all this wisdom, all this beauty. And then the real work begins. Use this next exhale to soften all the muscles of your body, fully surrendering to the earth beneath you. And then drift off to your Shavasana. Inhaling in, beginning to wiggle the fingers and toes. Rolling over to the right side of the body, coming into that fetal position, bringing the organs into alignment. Pausing for a few breath cycles here, not rushing off to whatever's next, but intentionally carrying that calm that you've worked so hard to cultivate. Bring it off the mat with you into the world. When you're ready, pressing into that palm to return to a comfortable seated position here. And closing our practice with 3 Oms. Inhale, big deep breath in through the nose, hands to heart center. Om. Om. My wish for you on this day and every day that follows is peace of body, peace of heart, and peace of mind. Namaste, my loves. Be well. I feel you're feeling just all the calm, all the things, all the peace. All right, till next time.